What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to break down everything you need to know from Jets training camp today. It was a light day. Aaron Rodgers was off, and most of the veterans did not practice today. He speaks with the media. We'll get into all of that right now. Today's sponsor, The Perfect Gene, has uncrushed over 700,000 nuts. That's 2 nuts per dude. You do the math. I am not a math guy. These aren't just another pair of your stiff cardboard cutout jeans, and they're definitely not your pancake butt sweatpants or joggers. The Perfect Gene makes great looking, perfect fitting jeans that are stretchy as a kangaroo's pouch and hug your assets in all the right places. The special denim fabric is soft as a baby's bottom and built to last her pulling them down every single day. Whether you're a thick daddy, a short king, or anything in between, the Perfect Gene has you covered with 6 fits from skinny all the way up to thick, and waist sizes 26 to 50 and lengths 26 to 38. They've got the perfect size for you. Who said size doesn't matter? Trust us when we say these are the perfect effing jeans. And for a limited time, our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectgene.nyc with my code O'Leary15 at checkout for 15% off. Okay, so it was a light practice today for the New York Jets, and it was mostly the second and third team in 11 on 11s. Not a whole lot to report from that, but the Jets have a joint practice against the New York Giants coming up tomorrow. And this, to me, I think hints at how the Jets are planning for tomorrow and what they are anticipating. So here's the deal. The Jets are more than likely not going to play their starters in the final preseason game. And that's been hinted at for a while, whether it's comments from the coach or the quarterback. It just feels like, again, reading the tea leaves, that it's trending towards that direction. And today's practice also makes me tend to believe that's going to be the case. And I'll let you know why. The light day almost gives me walkthrough vibes before a game. The Jets are using these joint practices for reps and scrimmage almost against their other, these other opponents and these other teams for their starters. And I think Rodgers, the starting offense, the defense, this is what their ramp up is, these joint practices against the Giants, the Commanders, and the Panthers. And this was just going to be another example of that. And as I mentioned, it was a rest day for Aaron Rodgers, and CJ Mosley had a rest day. And it just, again, it was a very light practice today, the day before a joint practice, which is going to have a lot more fanfare behind it and going to be a little bit more intense. Now, Rodgers was asked about playing or not playing in the preseason, and he said that he doesn't have a preference. Again, just based off what we've seen here, I don't think they're going to play, and I don't think he is going to play, but that is TBD. Who knows? Maybe we'll be surprised after practice tomorrow. Robert Saleh will be like, yeah, you know what? They're playing. And I'd go, okay. That surprised me a little bit. But, I also, at the same time, I would say it's like a 75% chance Robert Saleh after practice tomorrow is going to say, no, the guys aren't playing. And a 25% chance saying they are going to play in this one. He also spoke about what his mindset is going into the joint practice.
Yeah, it's like our preseason game. Whether or not, we play Saturday, who knows? If Saleh wants us to, then we will. I don't know what he told you guys, but we haven't been told anything yet. Yeah, okay. So we're on the same page. We're good, yeah. But it'll be good. Most of these practices have been pretty one-heavy. We took a ton of the reps against Washington and then against Carolina. So I would assume it's going to be a lot of reps, probably situational stuff. There'll probably be a third down period. There'll probably be some sort of red zone period, some sort of 2-minute period. So those are good opportunities. A different defense than we saw last year in our brief 2 series. Wink told us pregame he's going to play a bunch of cover 3 and then went 0 on half the snaps, including the first play. There's more of a familiarity with their coordinator and Todd Downing and I think Keith being on the staff together. So maybe we won't get that tomorrow, but they got 2 great, premier pass rushers. They got really good interior guys. They're young in some spots, but it'll be fun. I'm excited to see Malik. See what he's all about. Be a good opportunity for him going against some our premier corners. And
again, not really all that surprising that the Jets are taking this joint practice very, very seriously and using these reps as almost game-like situations. Now, Aaron Rodgers also spoke about more reps in practice.
But I give Robert a lot of credit because he, from the start of the offseason, said this is going to be a tough training camp. And I think it's been a lot of reps for the ones. He told me the other day we were somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 more reps, I think, at this point in camp than last year. And it feels like it, but it's good. I think it's going to allow us to maybe be a little more ready. And we've been fortunate with injuries. We haven't had a ton of injuries so far. So I like it. It's been great. You talk to the older guys, not a lot of complaints from any of those guys. Young guys don't know any better, so it's been good.
That is a big change for Robert Saleh and the New York Jets. They are getting more reps with the first team offense, and Rodgers is saying that it's a good thing and that it's been a tougher training camp, one of the more intense training camps in his words. And it sounded like a good thing because he believes that it will have them more ready to go at the start of the season. So this is a big change from Robert Saleh, who's adjusted. And that's what all we can ask out of Robert Saleh so far in his NFL career is that he adjusts and changes on the fly to try to improve. I hate when coaches get too stubborn and like I'm doing things my way and I'm going down with the ship my way. No, it's okay to say, hey, maybe we did this wrong last year. Let me adjust it. And the first team getting more reps and more work together, I think is a good thing. I am for it. I think it's a plus, especially after how last season ended. Final note of injury news, there was no red jersey on Jeremy Ruckert today, which means he's a full go in his recovery from a concussion. He had the red practice jersey on yesterday at camp. Today that's gone. I would imagine that he is going to be a part of the joint practice tomorrow against the New York Giants, and he would be cleared for contact, which again is important here, an important note, because the Jets are, I'm going to reiterate it again in this video, this is the important practices, the ones against the Commanders and the, I almost said the Lions. They didn't play the Lions. It was the Giants who practiced against the Lions. Carolina, there we go. The other blue team, or one of the other blue teams, and the New York Giants. So that's going to do it for me in this video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new for daily New York Jets content. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.